Hey Jordan, what did the man say right before he got hit by a truck?
I don't know.
Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Sam Woolley.
And I'm Jordan Rowland, and we have a great show for you tonight.
But first, we're going to slam right into some hot topics. Although the season has concluded, Murray State men's basketball team commemorated its championship season with an annual banquet last Thursday. The CFSB Center played home to the event, which was used to highlight the basketball team's historic accomplishments in front of boosters who watched the program win its 17th OVC championship.
Before we walked over there at that nice DoubleTree in Evansville, I gave each player and coach a coin as we were going to play the semifinal game. On one side of the coin, it said, "Seize the moment," and on the other side of the coin, it said, "Leave a legacy." And I think it's a great tribute to these players that they certainly, all season long, seized the moment, and we all know they definitely left their legacy on Murray State basketball.
The team handed out awards to honor the best and brightest from last season. Darnell Cowart, Tevin Brown, Shaq Buchanan, and John Morant all received awards. The staff also honored departing players in Morant, Buchanan, and Breon Sanchez. However, Murray State saved the biggest award of the night for the very end of the banquet.
Murray State University is hosting All Campus Sing tomorrow, April 17th. The event takes place on steps of the Levitt Auditorium, beginning with a pre-show at 3 p.m. followed by the main performance at 3:30. The members of Alpha Sigma Iota use the donations they receive for their philanthropy, which impacts music programs as well as musicians in over 60 countries. If you can't be on campus to catch the event, you can watch the stream live or archived at murraystate.edu.
On Saturday, music acts from all over the region came together for Murray State's very own Music Fest. Clarkstock. Grant Cottingham has more.
Last weekend, residential students were treated to the 10th annual Clarkstock, a long-running music festival featuring song, games, food, and friends. Kendall Clark played a big part in organizing the event.
We have 5 acts this year. We had a police officer and some people come and play ukuleles. We have Haley Martin performing right now. She kind of is an all-around thing.
Gabby Hardison was responsible for recruiting musical acts to Clarkstock.
I just look for all the local talent. It's great because Murray's got not only just people who live here, but everybody on campus as well. And in years past, I mean, we've had screamo bands, we do country, we do pop, we do alternative, indie, anything that people want to play. We want a broad variety of music.
In addition to the food, games, and music, raffle tickets were sold to support a local cause.
We had $500 around about in donations from local businesses, restaurants, different things like that, gift cards to sell for raffles to go to Main Street Youth. Main Street Youth is our philanthropy that we do for this program. So all of the money that's raised here today will be donated to Main Street Youth.
If you missed Clarkstock, you can catch it again next spring at Murray State University.
Next up, in celebration of Easter weekend, we are going to dye some eggs.
Stay tuned for more MSU Tonight.
Welcome back to MSU Tonight. I'm Macy, and I'm here with Kaylee and Kelsey as we are going to celebrate Easter a little early by dyeing Easter eggs. So, I got these from my house. I'm pretty sure it's about 10 years old, so we'll see how it goes. So, y'all can each pick an egg, pick a color, and go for it. I'm going to be the judge of who creates the best egg.
Precision.
So what is your favorite thing to do at Easter time?
My family has a big dinner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kelsey?
See my family.
We always hunt Easter eggs. And
You're like 20.
yeah, and it has money in them. Wouldn't you hunt Easter eggs too?
Dang, that's better than candy.
That's what I'm saying. Don't be scared. Stick it in there.
No, I only want to do half.
That's what she said. She's going like hardcore. Some tie-dyeing over here.
Can't you tie-dye by dunking it all too?
I don't know.
She has a fancy tool. I don't have anything.
Share. Sharing is caring.
That well.
Look at you.
I'm not a fan.
Don't hate on my 10-year-old egg dyeing kit.
I'm definitely hating on it. Oh, are you going to do purple? Okay.
Maybe you can use it. I'm going to use this thing.
Don't forget about glitter. We've got glitter. What are you? Beautiful. Skills. Aren't you an art major?
Hey, I'm taking an art class next semester, actually.
Look at you go.
Thought I'd branch it out. Put it on my resume.
Branch it out?
Put it on my resume later.
Oh.
I think we're supposed to let them sit in there for a little bit.
For like a minute or two. Yeah, it's
So
fine.
it's not a little dunk, it's a submerge.
Look at you. What color are you going for now?
Purple. Or?
Oh,
I'll do pink.
Okay. Good choice.
Pink.
I think
It's like a peachy.
Yeah, it's pink-ish. Esque.
Oh. Okay.
It's like a little splatter paint effect. I'm fine with it.
Cool. I love how you all are not making a mess. It's great.
Put the guys up here and it would have been everywhere.
That's true.
That's not a sexist
I'm
comment
gonna
either.
dunk one of these in here. Let's just go for it. There we go. Let's see if it comes out orange. Is that orange? Yeah.
Yep.
It's not dying, Macy.
I'm doing great over here. Look at that.
Mine's not.
Look at the hearts.
That is so cute.
I'm pretty good.
Go. Look, you got some purple action going on in the middle.
Yeah, I tried.
I see you.
I tried.
With some chevronish. What are you looking for?
The glue.
Oh, it's over there.
The
Because we
green
don't.
kind of ruined it.
You
there.
just put this on when it's wet.
Oh.
There you go.
What's an egg without sparkles?
That's right. I bet they taste good too.
I don't know about it.
Are you finished? Is that your final touch? Kaylee just keeps dunking
Are the
hers.
stickers not here either?
No, because you have to have the glue, and the glue was super glue. And I didn't want y'all to like super glue your fingers together.
Well then, yeah, I guess I'm done with my first egg.
Like it, enjoying it.
Thank you.
I've dunked one in the orange. If you would like to.
Mess with that one?
Yeah.
No, I want to draw on it first.
Okay. Good choice.
Oh, well then.
Good choice.
Sorry.
She's a little sassy today.
All right. Final result.
Liking it? Okay.
It's a little drippy, but that's okay.
All right, you gonna do another one?
Yeah.
All right.
I might go for the.
There's some yellow, green. Okay. Go for mine.
That is an ugly color. We're gonna put that back.
Don't be hating on orange.
I'm sorry.
She's being very articulate over here.
I'm hurrying.
Got some circle action going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this next one I'm gonna go for a springy vibe, maybe some flowers,
Okay.
some inspo.
So when you were kids, did the Easter Bunny come see you?
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny
No.
didn't come see you?
No.
As a kid, I was really freaked out by
No, my mom
Santa
did it all
and everything. So I think I was 5 when I realized it was all real because I was so afraid that a man was going to come into our house at night. And my parents had to tell me
My mom used to
that it was fake.
leave little treats around the house and everything. But do you have? So do you
my
have?
mom would just buy me an Easter basket and call it a day.
That's the way. One year I got a Glee Easter basket. It was the best one ever.
I'm jealous.
I still have it.
I think one year I got this pink sparkly jump rope and I was way too excited about it.
Yes.
in my Easter basket.
Do you have the same thing at dinner every Easter, or do you switch
We
it
have
up?
ham as the main meat, and then like sides and stuff like that.
Nice. What's your favorite side?
It's a toss-up between deviled eggs. My mom and grandma's deviled eggs are the
Good choice,
best.
good
And then hash brown casserole is pretty good.
Both my faves.
Broccoli and cheese, also really good. You know, like all the fatty carb stuff is
Whoa.
where it's at.
Carb
It kind of looks like a dinosaur egg.
Nice. Jurassic Park action. What about you, Kelsey? Do you eat anything good on Easter that you really enjoy?
Not particularly. No.
Of course not.
That's so sad. You can come to mine.
We're having Cracker Barrel this year if you want to come join.
Oh, yes.
Is it free? Because I won't pass up free food.
It's always free when you're with me.
Oh.
Are you going to use these little, we have these little bands, Happy Easter.
Your hands.
You can use that for the dipped one.
Yeah, I made my own egg.
And then the last one.
That is ugly.
The last
I
one.
wish you quit hating on me. Okay, see?
You can draw it and I can dye it, or I'll draw and you dye it.
It's a little baby egg. It's wrapped up in its Easter swaddle.
It's swaddled.
Oh.
Look at that one. I'm
Ooh,
pretty proud.
flowers. It's a really,
That is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Sonia, this art class is going to be lucky to have
she
me.
may switch majors after this art class.
Who knows?
All right.
All right. Final touches.
Okay, this is the moment of truth right here.
What is that? It's a little finger technique.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
That is beautiful.
I'm a pro.
Well, Kelsey,
I vote you.
I'm pretty sure that Kaylee won this one.
I vote you.
I'm going to frame these.
That is actually really cute.
All right. Well, you want to wish our viewers a happy Easter?
Well, happy Easter, folks. I hope your Easter is
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
going to have
Jesus
glitter
rules.
in my hair
Go
for
team.
days.
Hello and welcome to All In. Before we begin, let's take a look at how last show's bets turned out.
I won 3 chips after predicting Virginia will beat Auburn in the first Final Four matchup. However, I lost 4 chips in the second matchup of the Final Four, with Michigan State losing to Texas Tech. Ironically, I won those 4 chips back on the wild card bet of who would win the national championship, which was Virginia.
That brings our final chip count to Blake 46, Keenan a lowly 14. Now it's time to ante up.
Can I borrow some chips?
So basketball has wound down, but a bit unexpectedly, we've still got a lot going on in the sports world. Masters obviously kind of highlighting the weekend, NBA playoffs in full swing now, but also on campus you have Murray State's baseball team and softball team really excelling. And tennis at the same time, I think they're in a position tomorrow to clinch the OVC regular season title. So a lot going on just besides basketball. Traditionally, that's what commands the most attention. But let's start out with the Masters, because obviously it was a historic weekend. Tiger winning his first Masters since 2008, I think. So for you watching that, he was in contention throughout the whole week, throughout the whole weekend. But Sunday really kind of solidified that performance throughout the weekend and took it home. What did that mean to you, just watching and having watched Tiger through the years?
Well, golf is a different sport when Tiger's performing well and at the top of his game. I mean, the buzz that he brings around the sport, around the country, really around the world. I mean, he's the best player in golf history, in my opinion. Of course, that's a lonely opinion, but to others, it's a very valid fact as well. I mean, he won his 15th major, 5th Masters in his career, which is kind of amazing. It kind of puts him back on track of chasing Jack Nicklaus for most major wins of all time on the PGA Tour. So it was definitely an exciting atmosphere to see, and I'm speechless, man. It was great to see.
No doubt. I mean, what was striking to me, I think, was just the fact that it really wasn't a fluke. When you saw the competition he was playing against, they all had great weekends at the same time. So Tiger really was playing at the top of his game. And for guys like that, Koepka, Dustin Johnson, guys like that who were in contention the whole week, I mean, they grew up with a guy like Tiger, and just to see that, I'm sure like if you're in that place, you're probably proud. I mean, obviously your goal is to win a tournament like that, but to see somebody you idolize come home with something like that, his 15th major. I mean, do you think it's possible that he can end up catching Nicklaus, or I mean, have we seen one of the last few majors?
I think it's possible. I mean, he's comfortable out there. He's playing tremendous right now, and I think he opened up as a 9-1 favorite to win the second straight major coming up soon. So I think it's possible for him to catch Jack Nicklaus. So.
Well, for sure. So from that, let's move on to baseball. A lot going on in baseball right now, and a little bit unexpectedly, after last season, after baseball fired Kevin Mulder, hiring Dan Skirka, we didn't expect. I mean, we kind of assumed it'd be a rebuilding year, but here we are right now. Baseball's 10-5, first in the OVC, and really has shattered expectations. So, what have you seen from this team that surprised you, and what's the ceiling?
Well, playing well at home. I mean, they're 5-1 at home this season, so I mean, they've been playing really well. I mean, you got Brock Anderson leading the team in hits and home runs right now, and have solidified their spot right now in number one in the OVC. So they've just really been playing out of the park. So it's great to see.
See what you did there. Like I said, 10-5. Last year they finished the conference 13-16. They've still got 19 games left. So maybe it's a weaker conference a little bit this year, you could argue. But, I mean, what they've done to point just with a team that no one really expected to be there has just been astounding for me. From baseball, let's move to softball because, I mean, just about as good, if not better. Right now, 11-3 in the OVC. Kara Amundsen has, I mean, talk about rebounding. They were 6-15 last year in the conference. Right now, 11-3. This is their best start in program history. I mean, that's got to be impressive.
Yes, it is. And actually, correction, the women's softball team is actually 6-1 at home. The male baseball team is 8-4 at home. But yeah, it's been a great year unexpectedly. I mean, they're 11-3 in the OVC right now, sitting at number one. They're just playing really well at this moment as well. So a lot of excitement around baseball and softball right now.
Sure, and outside of the diamond, I think we'll have the golf teams competing this weekend, right?
Yes, sir. They're in the Hermitage Birdie Fest right now. That's coming up this weekend. They came off a great weekend last week. Avery Edwards actually shot his career low 209 in 3 rounds, which came second place behind the behind the medalist for Tennessee Tech, Bryce Beeler. He had a 208 in 3 rounds. So golf right now is actually on top of their game as well with the OVC championships coming up this weekend.
Sure, and it's going to be interesting. I'm sure the women's team is probably the favorite. I haven't really kept up with it, but I assume. But they typically are when Velvet Miltman's in charge.
Definitely. Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, no doubt. And from there, we'll round out as far as Murray State sports with tennis. They're competing tomorrow, as I said, against Austin Peay, who has completely just ran through the OVC this year. 7-0. I think they've swept every single game except for one that they finished 6-1. So, Murray State, what's the ceiling on this team this year? Obviously, I think they were picked to finish first in the OVC, and they've lived up to expectations. It's going to be interesting when it comes down to postseason, I think, next week.
Yeah, definitely. They're following the trend of Murray State tradition right now. Home field advantage has been key this year for tennis, and I feel like their ceiling's very high. I see them winning the OVC title.
That's interesting. So you mentioned that. Let's get into our bets. I know things haven't been going very well for you, but here is your last chance to turn it around before you have condiments dripping from your head. So this first, it is a long shot. You've got 14 to my, I think, 46 right now. So, but I guess anything's possible. I don't even think mathematically it is. But
unless you never know.
Unless you steal some of my chips in front of me. So bet one: women's tennis wins the OVC title. I think the 26th is when they compete. So, yes or no?
I say yes. They got a matchup against Austin Peay.
Sure.
Battle of the border. I mean, we've owned Austin Peay all year. I don't see anything being different this year. So I say they win OVC. I'll put 2 chips on that.
Okay. You're being very sparing with it. All right. I'll match you. I don't think they are as good as they've been this year. I mean, definitely an up year. Just simply because this Austin Peay team, like we said, it's not really anything against Murray State. This Austin Peay team is just very, very good. Last year they made it to the semifinals. Made it to the finals. They met Murray State in the semis, beat them 4-1. Not much has changed since then. I think it's going to hold true. I mean, they haven't met any opposition all year long. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be very telling into kind of what that postseason race is going to be. But yeah, I don't think they have what it takes to do it. It'll be closer than last year. I'll say that. But that's about all I can give them.
I say they go into this match with a New Year, New Me mentality.
Okay. I guess that's how you're going into this gambling matchup. We will for the next bet. We will see an upset in the first round of the NBA playoffs. We haven't touched much about it, but most of these teams, as far as the seedings, they don't look super upset heavy, but do you see anything possibly happening?
Possibly. I mean, you got some matchups like the 4-5 ones that are usually basically the same team as talent, far as talent level, but I don't see any upsets this year. I mean, Orlando may have a shot with Toronto, but I mean, you don't expect Kyle Lowry to not score in the entire series.
Right.
And, I don't see any upsets though in the first round. I'll put 6 chips on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll match you there because I do think there might be one in that 3-6 matchup. If you saw Game 1, 76ers Nets, Nets, they play with a lot of heart. That second game, Sixers got it even, but I saw something that I liked out of the Nets that I haven't really seen. They challenged the Sixers, and Sixers seem to me a team kind of searching for an identity. They can't really find it, especially in the playoffs. I think that's possible upset. Then I look at Trailblazers, Thunder. Those are two teams, fringe teams on the playoffs every year, it seems like.
4 or 5 matchup, man.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. So I think one of those two at least is going to come up. So I'll match you there. And our last wild card before we close, our last show before our final punishment.
For you.
Oh, yeah, for me, of course. Who will be the #1 pick in this coming NFL draft held in Nashville?
A lot of analysts have speculated, on Kyler Murray going to Arizona. I don't see it.
You don't?
I don't. I think they'll go somewhere else when the time comes, and I think they'll probably go Bosa or something like that.
You think it's going to be Bosa?
I don't think Kyler Murray will be the #1 pick. Who do you think?
I think it's got to be Murray. I think they've made it clear they're trying to shop Rosen. So at that point, I feel like there's a drop-off at quarterback. So if you don't go Murray, what do you do, when it comes down to that? Unless you're trying to get someone else that a team already has not in the draft. But that's going to be interesting. I'm going to go three trips.
I only have 6 left, so.
Okay, you just put them all in?
Yeah, why don't you go all in?
That's what it's all about.
What about you? Put all, how many you got left? 40?
That's okay. We'll go 6 in.
All right.
And we will see how those bets turn out. Thank you for joining us. Don't touch that remote. We've got a special performance coming from Sam. You do not want to miss this. There's more MSU Tonight on the way.
Good evening. While we are in the Easter spirit, I figured I would read a poem, The Raven, by Edgar Allan Poe. A slam poem, in which I will slam marshmallows in my mouth per every stanza. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there became a tapping, as one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Oh, no, there's another stanza. I remember it was the bleak December. Each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. For the rare and radiant maiden whose angels named winner, nameless here forevermore. I gotta restart. In the slick and sad uncertain of rustling of each purple curtain. Thank you for watching. This is MSU Tonight.